Today, you must tattoo an incredibly difficult part of the body.
Oh, no.
The under chin.
Oh, my God.
This week, we are testing technical application.
Technical application is what's happening when you put the needle to the skin. Is your line work clean? Is your shading smooth?
For this flash challenge, you must tattoo one of the most delicate and sensitive areas of the human body. The palm of the hand. There are more sensory neurons on the palms than any other part of the body, and a larger brain area devoted to receiving their signals. It means your canvas will definitely be in excruciating pain.
Getting your palm tattooed is one of the most complicated, serious areas. It's extremely painful, and it's not like normal tattooing.
You must have flawless technical application, overwork the skin, and you'll damage it permanently. Underwork it, and your tattoo won't hold. You have 3 hours to tattoo your canvas's palm, and your time starts now.
I'm Ryan, nice to meet you.
Double trouble right here, huh?
Palm tattoos are incredibly difficult because the skin type is completely different.
The only thing that stays on the palm is black.
It's always being used, the skin's always peeling, always changing.
Color with this thing is impossible. I'm gonna put you through so much pain for nothing.
Palm tattoos are all about specialized technical application, and it's something that has to be deep.
Here's the thing with the hands. You gotta make it a little bit simple.
No, it's gotta stay close to the realistic.
There's no way she's not gonna do colors today. I'm just gonna have to do it.
It says something when you have 8 tattooers in a room and not a single one has their palms tattooed.
Think about it. How bad could a palm actually be? You know?
Pretty bad.
I am really proud of my ladies right now. Our canvases are all compromising on a realistic design.
All these other canvases that got color and stuff in their palms, that is not gonna last.
We are about to make these boys look like fools.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, machine's down, time is up. No more ink.
Oh my God, that is gorgeous. Little moment of pain for a lifetime of pretty.
Sketchy gave her something that looks like she put her hand in an ink spill or something. What even is that?
Are you happy?
I'm happy.
Okay, good.
All right, artists, it is time to critique your work. Boneface.
It's a smooth tattoo. If it was on a regular part of the body, that nice smooth gray shading is a beautiful effect. But you can see the texture of the skin that has the fingerprint texture. You can see that shading is just sitting on top of that. That's the skin that dies in a tattoo process. So for that point, your technical application on a regular part of the body is fine. But in this challenge, it didn't hold up.
Kevin.
It would be questionable how it would heal. Typically, you're not creating enough depth when you just come with one pass, no matter how slow or how deep. So typically, it tends not to hold.
The judges are showing no mercy. I'm consumed by fear right now.
Kelly.
I really like the design. It's very simple. I like the approach. This is the way to do it. When it heals, it will still look like the world.
Obviously, the moral of the day is that detail isn't gonna hold, color's not gonna hold. So you can pretty much omit all that and just get in and get out.
Thank you.
Gian.
What we're looking at right now is a beautiful tattoo, but I don't know what percentage is gonna be there when it heals. It's gonna be a very low percentage. So low that people are not gonna be able to recognize what it is.
Nate.
I've done a few palm tattoos. I know color's a bad decision to make, but
you put color in them.
I couldn't talk him out of it.
The fact of the matter is that tattoo doesn't look great now, and it's not gonna look good later.
Ryan.
I know that to get a palm tattoo to stay, it has to be as simple as it possibly can be.
I really like the design, I really like the simplicity of it, and I like the way it fits the hand, but the majority of your dots, you can see that they're just not deep enough.
Chances are it's gonna be the disappearing tattoo.
Nikki.
The approach you use on this tattoo is definitely the right technical application. The ones that stay, the ones that are done like this. Very legible, clean design.
The placement, I do wish that you came down a little lower and made the flame a little more pronounced. But the execution is very clean. The route that you chose is the only route that will stay.
Sketchy.
I think it should stay pretty good.
It's not. It's a huge black spot. In those lines, that's just a bunch of pain for nothing.
It's hard to see what's going on. And looking up at it close, the detail is very scratchy.
I know that I'm a great tattooer. Getting put on blast, I'm not used to that, and I don't like it.
I mean, Jesus.
All right, guys, today you had to show flawless technical application by tattooing your canvas's palm. The winner of today's Flash Challenge is Nikki.
Your tattoo did have the best attributes. Your design, very legible, very clear. Few people took the right approach. Ryan, Kelly, and Nikki.
Those were the only 3 tattoos in the room that were actually doable.
Mine did want a full color planet Earth.
Yeah, but a circle looking like Earth is
I
definitely...
changed his mind into something that would work.
Yeah, my guy wanted realism.
This week, we are testing technical application.
Technical application is the application of the tattoo. Smooth lines, good saturation, I got this.
For today's Flash Challenge, you must tattoo some of the most fragile skin on the body. The ear.
Tattooing the ear is the hardest, only because it's nowhere near a flat surface. You're in like a lump, a bump, a curve. It's ridiculous, ain't nothing straight.
But that is not all. You and your teammate must create matching micro tattoos on 2 separate canvases.
Okay. You guys will all do your own tattoos. You have nobody to lean on but yourself.
Okay, artists, you have 2 hours, and your time begins now.
Hi, ladies.
Welcome to our domain.
Those middle lines are basic. Leave them like that. Just go over those. They're too thin.
Pretty hard to put my ego aside in a lot of things, but next to DJ, it's not hard at all.
You can go way deeper, dude. Don't be afraid. Dude, I'm getting it.
This is absolutely not the time to set myself apart from my teammate. We're trying to look identical.
The little tentacle's thin, and it meets the other one.
Oh, no, dude. I'm getting this part because it's been bugging me.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly don't know if Bubba's even here at all. I know that DJ's definitely pulling the strings in this relationship.
Maybe before you're done, we both look at them next to each other and discuss a little here, this, and that.
I don't think we should add anything else.
Okay.
We really need to win this challenge because they're testing us. I'd be damned if I come back and not have the technical ability to win this.
Still, before you're completely done, we should check it out. We can't make tattoos that look the same if we're not communicating.
For some reason, I thought these were gonna be really painful. This would be the time for me to separate myself from my teammate. Did you call me, Bang?
Yeah, did you want to take a look at this while she's standing? Aren't we supposed to have matching ear tattoos? I shaded mine a little darker than yours. It's almost like we're competing with each other at this point.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Done. We're back.
Okay, artists, it is now time to critique your work. Tri-City's tattoo.
You guys definitely look like 2 different people did it. Bang, you have some blowouts towards the bottom, which is probably why it got heavier, because you were cleaning up a little.
Dave, yours was a lot cleaner. Crisp outline, and the shape of the key was very straight. They look like they're competing against each other, not working with each other.
Classic Trilogy tattoo. There's 7 lines in there?
6 lines.
We just counted 7. Typically, there's 5.
Okay.
To give yourself more lines than what there should be makes it even harder to do in a tiny little bit of the ear.
You guys made some weird decisions. I don't love this one.
Pins and needles.
You did a good job making them look like the same person did it.
I like the fact that every line looks deliberate. You guys seem to hit everything directly, one shot, one pass.
Artistic skin design.
Technical application is very clean on these, but the designs look different from one ear to the next.
You guys have been crushing it, but I think this one, you overworked yourselves.
Think before you ink.
There's more of a consistent hand on riches throughout the entire outline. D-Tat, you hit a major bump in the glass. And they're minimal amount of work, which means every bit of it has to be perfect.
I did a good job in this piece, but as a team, we're getting a back critique. This sucks.
Old Town ink.
It's very tight, clean, crisp, very small line details, and they both look like they have great technical application.
Similar design. Looks like the same artist did it. That's what we're looking for. Killer. Next team up is Allegory Art.
Technical application of both these is on par with each other. My only nitpicky thing about it is the anatomy. There's no forehead, and then the jaw is huge.
Unkindness Art.
You had a tougher road. with the actual shape of the ears being so different.
Yeah, it just wraps differently because of her anatomy.
But overall, the technical application in both ears is on par with each other.
Thank you.
Thank you.
House of Monkey.
This was a really tough challenge trying to put a dragon going up the ear, but the difference between the two is pretty obvious. Picasso's yours has a little bit lighter, a little scratchier look, and Lalo's yours looks a little more punched in.
You guys are held closest to the fire on this. Show up, or you're gonna be right back out.
We arguably had the hardest challenge of the day. I don't think it looks scratchy at all. Some bull.
All right, artists, today some of you had flawless technical application. The judges have decided the winner of today's Flash Challenge is Old Town Ink.
Yes, damn.
This week, we're testing placement.
Placement is important with a tattoo because no matter how good your tattoo is applied, if it's placed wrong, you got a tattoo.
Today, you must tattoo one of the most painful areas of the body to tattoo.
Why?
The armpit.
God damn.
Oh, I hate armpits. I don't even like my own armpits, let alone some random person's.
Oh my God.
Armpit tattoos are the worst. The skin is very sensitive, and it's very hard to stencil in an area that's completely creased. This is the pit.
That is not all.
Oh my God.
You must create 2 6-hour coordinating tattoos, one for each armpit.
Oh God.
Both tattooing the armpit?
Who are these people? Where do you find these people?
One artist from your shop will tattoo the left armpit today, and the other artist will tattoo the right armpit tomorrow.
What?
Of course.
God damn it.
I don't even have my armpits tattooed because I'm not a glutton for punishment. These poor canvases are gonna go through hell.
As always, it must look like one artist tattooed both.
What?
Great, matching tattoos. Throw in the mix that it's in a lumpy, weird-shaped part of the body. This is gonna be a hell of a ride today.
Okay, artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo the left armpit, and your time begins now.
Okay.
Let's go.
Here we go. Everybody's armpit's different. If these artists are smart, they're gonna do strong, simple outlines with bold shading and color and get out.
I like that placement overall.
I do too.
Each one of these teams has a definite alpha and a follower. We are testing the divide, so both artists will be tattooing individually, and we're looking to see who excels.
Guess it's all on you now, buddy.
Hey, man, you ready? All right, girl. You ready?
Yeah.
DJ's done a lot of Japanese before, so I'm gonna let him take the lead. I'm super excited to do Namakugi. I've done a few color studies already. I'm gonna continue doing color studies all night. I'm really pumped to do this. I can't wait.
That tongue is full.
I'm tattooing a monster with a chain sprocket mohawk and a tire tread tongue. That's Clean Rock 1 style.
Oh, you do the eyes.
Light brown, caramel.
I'm gonna set the bar, and tomorrow, I'm gonna make sure that Aaron jumps over it.
Dude, you look like are still drawing. Theirs is complicated.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, like doing a perfect circle in an armpit.
Yeah.
4 hours remaining. 4 more hours.
I do have some long lines to pull, so I'm probably gonna call for a moment of silence.
Go right ahead.
A traditional compass has to be concentric circles, and they all have to line up. That's hard no matter what you do. I can't believe she didn't try and turn it, so it's not completely 100% in your face, perfectly circular. I think it's a bad choice. I hope she can pull it off.
So this bit here,
Yeah, point.
just brush, like,
Yeah, I tried feathering it out.
I know it's hard to do.
I have surprisingly tattooed several armpits. I'm gonna tattoo first today, so what I lay down, Aaron can just emulate the style of how I did it.
Are you using red in there?
Yep, maybe there's a little bit of yellow at the edge here. I spent a lot of time trying to copy Aaron, so maybe it would be easier if she just copied me.
I'm just trying to watch you so I can mimic it tomorrow.
This is your final hour.
You got it, Marv? Like an absolute Maybe we'll brush a little more black up against those teeth in the bottom.
Marvin's tattooing this mouth really big and really detailed.
Sick, bro.
Marv is setting the bar so high that tomorrow I have to perform like a champion.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
We are done. Yay.
Good morning, artists. Yesterday, you tattooed your canvas's left armpit. Today, the opposite artist will tattoo the right armpit. However, you won't be working on the same canvas your teammate tattooed. The shops must all swap canvases.
What?
Another shop will be finishing what you started, and your shop must finish what someone else started, tattooing the right armpit.
Amazing. Why?
All right, guys, you have 6 hours to tattoo the right armpit, and your time starts now.
Yeah, like that.
That outline better be perfect.
Don't stress me out. It's gonna be perfect.
Just make it perfect,
It
man.
will be. It will be.
Katie set the bar pretty high, so Aaron needs to execute this thing flawlessly.
Boring, dude.
Welcome to my yesterday.
Worst case scenario, I wobble one line. Done. Katie designed it. Katie nailed the line work. And if I leave one wobble, one transition, one piece of saturation not to the line, that's it. It's over.
No line left behind.
As long as they're perfect, it's gonna be perfect.
I know, and it will be.
I feel like we should bring that beard down a little bit so it matches, right?
That's the only thing that I noticed.
I have never tattooed the armpit. One of my biggest concerns with this particular piece is the straight lines in the wrench. They have to be so on point and one pass. If I have any blowouts on it, we're gonna be ruined.
2 hours to go.
How'd you do this?
There's a couple technical things as far as like the lines.
This tattoo is looking badass. I don't think this canvas is anywhere near as bad as Allegory was making it sound to be.
I love how crispy clean that is. I want you to completely destroy this.
But what's a better way to hit somebody and go right at them at their own game?
That red is throwing me off. I might have you sit back down.
I keep thinking I'm done with this guy, and every time he stands up and I look at it in the mirror, I can see the parts that don't look finished to me.
Thought I'd been done a while back. I wouldn't put the stretch marks, man. It's like checking out everybody's setup here.
Nolan had a way more simple piece. Bubba's piece is way more dynamic.
Sorry, man, I keep staring at it.
You could take the win on this one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
That's it.
This week, you showed placement by tattooing a painful and awkward part of the body, the armpits. The judges will compare your work side by side with 2 artists. The artist who completed the armpit tattoo that you started and the artist whose armpit tattoo you completed. Let's see how you did. Aaron and Katie, you're up first. All right, Katie, you tattooed the first armpit.
Both of these tattoos together, top notch. So I commend you guys for application, for style, for looking similar to each other.
If you look at the subtle differences here, in Katie's bigger flower, the red that fades to that peach tone is super, super smooth. And then the thin line is really nice and clean. And then if you look at Aaron's pink flower with the blue star in there, you see some wavering problems with the little thin line. Katie outshines you a little bit.
She drew it. It's not a surprise.
Katie takes it just with those tiny little bits of application. When you're this close, it's apples to apples.
Christian and Eva.
A little bit of the tattoo goes into the armpit. I think it was a smart choice due to the stretch marks of the skin. But Eva, as far as putting this many concentric circles on this area of the body, I think might not have been the right choice.
This thing is such a precise tool, so the variances throughout this thing are very obvious.
Christian, you immediately thought a lot smarter. You do yourself a favor by offsetting that circle in those little placeholders. Christian takes it.
It's simple, it's clean, it's bold, it comes across much cleaner. Winner of this head-to-head is Christian. Congratulations. ULYSS and Doom. Doom, did you design both of these tattoos?
Our shop designed both of them.
I drew the king.
As a pair of tattoos, they work really well together.
All right, Doom, everywhere you have the fine lines in your design, it gets away from you, especially the fine detail inside the crown, and you lose it in the shape of her face.
The sloping forehead with the bulbous nose isn't the most attractive look for this lady. ULYSS, I do like this profile much more. Just that simple little variance in the actual shape of the profile's face changes the game.
This one's a little bit cleaner, looks a little softer.
Definitely hard to mess up one of Aaron's drawings.
ULYSS, you take it.
Tommy and Clean.
You guys do match in the sense of placement, and they do have the feel of the same artistry, but clean. Yours is really technically solid. All the color here is really, really bright and saturated.
I love the deep, solid silhouette, the backside of the mouth, and the other teeth that are behind and the front. Very bold, very clean.
Did you make any changes, Tommy?
The drawing I'd gotten was a little bit simpler than the other one, so I added a little more texture to the face.
I don't feel like you look as comfortable doing this style. I think he gets you just a little bit on some of the textures and some of the color highlights and some of the blends.
I agree. I think clean edges out.
Clean, you get Tommy.
Congratulations, clean. You win the head-to-head.
Clean's is really solid.
And you know what? Aaron's is really good too, just Katie beat him. So this is a win and a loss, but Aaron still looks like a nice, solid, clean tattoo.
100%. Win and a loss, but top of the pack.
Both tattoos are really diverse coming out of the same shop. My vote is for Golden Skull Tattoo. The judges have decided the best tattoos of the day go to Golden Skull Tattoo. This week, you had the tattoo coordinating armpit tattoos. Based on your work, one shop will be packing their machines. Let's go to the jury of peers. You voted Allegory Arts to the bottom. Why'd you make that decision, Christian?
I think it was mostly just based on Eva's tattoo.
If you didn't try to do an Olympic ring tattoo in the center of a guy's armpit, you'd have been a little bit better off. But ULYSS, definitely the best tattoo you've done here.
Unkindness art.
You know how I feel about your tattoo, Aaron. I think it's great. Technically, slick as The biggest problem with Doom Kitten's tattoo is the loss of translation from the drawing to the face. You didn't follow that stencil perfectly with the needle. And that's what I think happened to the face, too.
It's true that he does have some more tricks to learn, but he is a fantastic artist, and he is a good tattooer. And I think that the fault in our team is the fact that I haven't been able to find the middle ground, not him.
You guys are together, you did this team thing, suck it up and start making some tattoos that you do believe in.
Chris.
These whole different mixes that went down today make for big curveballs in this competition. ULYSS, you had a great drawing to work off. I think this is the best tattoo you did, but I think as a team, you guys mirror some of your good habits, putting in color, and some of your bad habits with your liners. When we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, there's no room for error. My vote's for you guys.
My vote as well. The judges have decided Allegory Arts. You do not have what it takes to be master shop.
I love your energy. Stay strong, man. Keep going.
Please pack your machines and move out.
All right, take care.
This week, we're testing adaptability.
Adaptability is in every tattoo. On different parts of the body, the skin is different. You have to adapt to it. You have to run your machine differently. You have to approach the design differently.
Coaches, today you must tattoo an incredibly difficult part of the body.
Oh, no.
The under chin.
Oh my God. The skin under your chin is really delicate. It's hard to pull lines on, get solid saturation. It's hard to even lay out a design under there.
Remember, your success is directly tied to the success of your team, because each artist from your team that you lead to the finale earns you the power to call a shot in the Master Face-Off for $100,000. Win this challenge, and you'll have the power to assign all human canvases in the elimination tattoo.
Yeah. All right, coaches, today's the day to lead by example. You will be tattooing from the underside of the jawline down.
Wow.
That is hitting the challenge.
Look, I know tattooing under the chin is difficult, but I myself can't exactly tell you why or how it's difficult because I've never done it before.
You have 6 hours, and your time starts now.
Yeah. Steve. Steve. Nice to meet you. Come on over here, man.
See what the hell I'm doing. Everything's swelling up. I can't see what I'm doing. I just have to go off of instinct and follow my gut and my intuition.
Oh, that's my neck.
If I drop the ball, my team does not get the advantage, and I've pretty much proven to these other coaches that I can't compete with them going into the Master Face-Off.
Do you have time? What do you think about a tiny, like, light gray shade around the
No
outside?
light gray anything on the neck. It will not hold.
I mean, light gray wash.
Listen, you gotta get this done, bro.
Let it rock. Let him do his thing, man.
Steve, if you came off the black with this and dipped it in this, it would look dope. A dope blend.
Dude, I got this much. I'm not blending, you know what I'm saying?
Jeremy, it's his day, he's tattooing. Like, if he doesn't take our input, then he's not taking it.
This is your final hour.
Maybe just pepper in just a little shading off those blacks up, give a little skin just to fill that gap just a tiny bit. Get through that, get it solid, get it clean as
Oh, that sucks. I'm dropping my machine.
It hit the tip. I just gotta rewrap it and everything.
I haven't dropped my machine in like 10 years. I'm not sure why I'm nervous right now, but people behind you telling you different things to do, it kind of gets in your head.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Holy.
All right, coaches, it is time to critique your work. Let's start with Steve.
It's a tough tattoo. You made a smart choice just doing the skull and the roses. You've got a lot of really solid, dense black in that soft skin, and then you also contrast it with the really bright red and the roses.
It looks symmetrical, and I like that you went down and covered the whole throat. You did a killer job.
Thank you so much.
Steve's tattoo sucks. The overall design is just ugly, man.
Thanks, bro. Ciao.
DJ.
I like the strength that you have in the simplicity.
It was a super tough area, especially a triangle. That was why I was so fumbled up.
It happens. All tattooers falter. But how you get back up from the slip, that is what I'm talking about. You made a really strong, clean outline. You really toned back the eye. You really went with a simple color palette.
Simplifying the design, great example of adaptability, especially for that spot.
Thanks.
Next up is Anthony.
The smoothness and the quality of the black and gray, that reminds us why you're sitting as a coach. Beautiful side, beautiful entryway to the piece in the center, beautiful exit, and the precision of that beak dropping down to a perfectly sharp point, dead center. Everything's dark and breathable.
This tattoo's absolutely gorgeous, but I don't think it met the challenge. He dodged the one place that you had to tattoo, the under chin.
Judges, it is time to determine the winner of this flash challenge. As far as adaptability goes today, I really like what DJ did in the way that he went along the jawline, brought this design so it's readable from a mile away. My vote is for DJ.
Anthony, to me, went above and beyond. Doing big black and gray, we always see people do it too dark where they lose the contrast or they lose the shape. Anthony's figure is very dynamic. Vote for Anthony.
We have one vote for Anthony, one vote for DJ. Chris?
Today, Anthony.
The judges have decided the winner of today's Flash Challenge is Anthony.
Thank you, guys. This feels amazing. I don't have as much experience as these other coaches. I pretty much smashed them. That's what I needed.
Today, you must tattoo whatever your canvas wants in some of the most difficult places.
Oh, no.
From heads and necks to armpits and butts, it will take creativity to design a tattoo that fits the body part perfectly.
I don't want to touch a butt.
You have 6 hours to tattoo a difficult part of the body. And based on your work, one of you will be going home. Good luck.
All right, let's go, guys. Let's get it.
Today, our artists are going to be challenged on placement.
What do you think? Just dead smack right here?
Yeah. Inexperience makes different locations on the body harder to tattoo than others.
I don't even think the knee's that bad. I got everything tattooed.
You don't have your dick tattooed,
feet
though,
tattooed. I got my balls tattooed. First line, like, oh my God, what am I doing?
If you are not used to tattooing an armpit or not used to tattooing a butt cheek, and you don't know how to stretch the skin, how to place your canvas, you will have a hard time in these tattoos.
It will feel like I'm tattooing your face, but I'm not. Just make sure you breathe, okay?
I like this design a lot, dude.
Don't blow up my head, Christian. I've been at the bottom a lot. I'm feeling a lot of pressure to make this tattoo really stand out.
Just have fun with it, man.
Yeah.
You've been waiting for this.
Yeah, I have. My canvas has some stretch marks on his butt. When you're pulling your line and you run over a stretch mark, it almost shifts your liner. This can screw everything up.
It's not my ass. I mean, I can honestly say that Tim's, JP's, Jess's, they're not an ass tattoo. That's a hip tattoo that kind of wraps a little on your ass. You don't meet the challenge, man, you lose.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that for a fact.
4 hours to go. 4 hours, people.
Turk, you doing all right?
Yep. I'm keeping it as light and airy as possible.
Okay.
Easy to read, room to breathe. I've been listening.
The hardest part about getting your throat tattooed is the pressure that we have to apply to even get the tattoo on there can constrict your breathing.
You're gonna sleep like a baby after this.
Someone's gonna scratch it.
Oh yeah, you better watch out. Kids are like magnets to that.
You gotta breathe. Can't not.
Just keep breathing. Come on, mama didn't raise no bitch. Let's do this. Come on, let's go.
Wait. I know, I'm sorry. What are you doing to the wing?
I'm smoothing it out. My canvas is complaining, he's jumping, he's trying to call it on me. And remember, you're the one that woke up today and said, I want a throat tattoo. I'm finishing this thing, and I don't care if I gotta put my foot on your chin and crank this machine up. I'm gonna do it.
2 hours remaining, guys. 2 more hours.
Just keep pushing through.
Oh, yeah, man.
Get this, man.
Yeah, I got it right. Pain.
I think Kyle's in trouble.
Kyle's dude's hurting a little bit.
And the drawing sucks. There's some real shaky lines in it.
You think his drawing's better than TJ's?
TJ's is realism.
You can't tell what it is.
Get the
Out of here. Everybody's doing pretty good. It's early, though. I'll catch some ups here pretty soon.
I don't think you'll catch them in this booth. Team Christian thinks that they threw me a curveball with a foot tattoo, but I'm killing this tattoo, and I know I'm killing this tattoo.
Yeah, that's a tough tattoo, man. I dig it.
Trying to get us that jury of peers, dog.
Light. Feather it to nothing.
How high can I take it before they're like, that's too much?
I wouldn't go crazy high.
My biggest issue right now is the fact that my raven skull is like a flaming raven skull.
You gotta either feather it out to nothing or do something to give it a little woof woof.
Yeah, that's why I just stopped it right there. Feathering out, all it did was just make the tattoo uneven looking.
Spend your last little bit just cleaning up that background, making it purposeful.
I'm gonna beat my ass for this background.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
It looks great, dude.
Today, you are being tested on creativity, tattooing difficult body parts. Team Christian, you're up first. JP, what was the placement?
Placement was S.
That ain't no ass, dude.
This is insane. It's a creative illustration, but it's a little tonal. It took me a minute to find the toad.
I do feel that this is the strongest tattoo that I've given you guys so far. This is a vast improvement. But placing this on an area where you have all these stretch marks was really tough to get a smooth, consistent fade. When you're riding over this wobbly stuff, tighten it up.
TJ.
So, fellas? This one is just tough to read, man. What are we looking at here?
It's a 3-eyed raven skull.
I think on Gothic Ice Cream Cone Day, nailed it.
The challenge was creativity and the placement. I put it on the knee and it's creative.
The background up top, not a fan of. It's not making any kind of sense or anything.
I was gonna like kind of wisp it through from the top and kind of wisp it down through the bottom.
In that last-ditch effort, man, I think you screwed yourself.
Team Clean, you're up next. Turk, come on up.
I know it's supposed to be like a goblin or demon or something, but it doesn't look like there's bones underneath it. The middle face looks like a skin mask. A lot of this shading in the middle, the creases of the cheek and coming from the nose and coming from under the eye, doesn't really do anything for structure or depth or contrast.
I think it's a cool idea. I just wish it translated better. Tiffer.
Great application. Black and gray shading is really nice. You have really dark blacks, medium tones, you have light tones, and you have open skin. All the different values in this tattoo really give it depth, and it really lets each part of the tattoo be legible.
The drawing fits just right. This is a great tattoo, man.
Fix those knees so you can carry us on your back.
Kyle. I like the illustration, but you shaded over your own artwork.
What you're missing here, man, is different values.
Contrast.
You've got one tone of black. You got the same value in the cloak, the beard, the staff, the hood, the wing, and the background. Something's got to be lighter or darker.
I definitely would have gone in there with more tones had he been able to sit longer.
This one's probably the biggest struggle you've had since you've been here.
All right, guys, it is now time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Definitely going with Tiffer.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Tiffer.
Awesome.
Today, you had to prove your creativity, and based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. Clean, why did your team vote JP to the bottom?
We felt that JP's was the one that was the hardest to determine what was at first glance.
You didn't want Kyle down here.
Is Kyle down here right now?
No.
And the judges obviously didn't pick him.
Overall, man, I think it's a pretty solid tattoo.
You have some outlines in here that are probably some of the worst outlines of the day.
I really hate to go home on this tattoo.
Honestly, I saw JP being down here with 2 other people.
You got to start doing things that are aesthetically pleasing.
It looks like a face drawn on a ball sack.
Those little circles at the top are scratched in. What little line work is in here is uneven throughout.
But if somebody said create a monster, it's some monster-looking faces on a dude's neck.
I was going strictly off creativity. My tattoo is a lot stronger than mimicking a frog.
JP's got a hard-to-read frog, but everybody's gonna know it's a frog.
Of the 3 up there, I think the bottom half of TJ's is the best tattoo in it.
The top half is his beat.
A cathedral on a kneecap, there's no way to win. It's waving everywhere. You set yourself up for this moment.
All right, guys, it's time to determine who's going home. The issue is, on TJ's, this senseless background, at least I can pick out a frog in JP's. As far as creativity, TJ, I love what you did, but as far as execution, my vote's for you.
JP's is a lot easier tattoo to do.
Also the placement. You're looking at one guy on a knee with problems. You're looking at one guy on a hip that's pretty easy with problems.
My vote's for JP.
JP.
The judges have decided, JP, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
I just want to say, man, that I went from not wanting you on my team day 1 to, dude, you've more than earned not just my respect, but I think everybody in the house, dude, and you should hold your head high, 100%.
Please pack your machines and close shop.